All right, so here we go. Here we go. Today's topic, intellectual property. What belongs to you and what doesn't on this YouTube? All right, so now I know the. All right, so that means y'all didn't hear me from before then. Hold on a second. Okay, so good morning and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Hey to Beach and Yvonne. Thank you for being front and center. This may be one of those discussions that you two might be the best people. TGIF, everyone listening in and paying bills. It's the 5th of the month. That's when the rent is due. It's due and payable by the 5th of the month. Anyway, I stopped at Starbucks. Did anybody, boom. Did anybody, hey Karen. I did a boom. I did a hey Karen. Okay. Thank you guys. Hey Renee, good morning. Thank you guys for doing what y'all do best on this side of the YouTube. Y'all tried last night to get me in on the person playing my video. I was asleep, or I was trying to get some sleep, or I was whatever with some sleep. So I missed an opportunity to flag in real time. Or so we believe. I may have missed an opportunity to flag in real time. I'm not a flagger. So since somebody wants to tell my history here, I think people forget how I got here. So I'm just going to give y'all a brief reminder of how Mo became Mo Justice on here. I started out just as being a subscriber, everyday subscriber on some channels, on some platforms. And I started to see people's channels getting taken down around here, left and right. And I didn't quite understand why people were attacking people's channels, how YouTube really worked. And I also had a sense of, or a false sense of what YouTube's policies were and how they were implemented, how they were executed. So with that being said, the first season that I was here, or pre my establishment, there were some other YouTube channels that were getting into flag problems. That's what y'all call them now. But they were getting their channels taken down, removed from them, the 3 strikes were out, whatever. And I was helping people write appeals. I wasn't helping people take down people's channels. I was helping people get their channels back. And or I was describing to channels what I saw as patterns of behavior here in terms of how channels were being taken out. And I conveyed that information to many other platforms. Some platforms I was successful in getting their channels back, and others I wasn't. Some people on here just was doing some real fucked up shit, and they couldn't get their, they just couldn't get their shit together. And litany of complaints against their channel were just too many to be resolved. Then there was the Chosen King platform. We call him Clown Shoes. Other people call him Brother Malcolm. What other names y'all got for him? Clown Shoes, Brother Malcolm, whatever. He was Clown Shoes to us over here. And, you know, the background of stuff is very important because there's new people that are coming along and they believe, they think they know everything, but they really don't, because there's a history behind it. So it's easy to come in and dissect something after the fact and try to make my words meet your goals. But at the end of the day, you don't know what has happened to us over here or what we've experienced. But you come in, there are pedophiles on here. And people will say, no, let me not say pedophiles. Let me say predators. There are predators on here that prey on your content to make themselves their own content, right? Some do it, as I do it. Some people are able to communicate to the group, right? Or communicate to the followers, the listeners, the subscribers, whatever you call them, or is able to communicate to them effectively enough that they can follow along in a storyline without having to infringe on somebody else's intellectual property. Other people are not that savvy enough, and they need to convey their message by utilizing other people's intellectual property in order to make themselves shine. It's an unfortunate thing. Men tend to do that more, especially when it's a pretty face involved with it. They tend to be the bigger predators in this scenario. But with that being said, I learned with the situation with Clown Shoes that two things would occur. If you removed his channel for disseminating misinformation, what would happen is that that person could be taken out by YouTube, and in the words of Karen, be a terminated entity here, be a terminated channel, or be terminated, as she says, and then just reincarnate themselves to a whole new channel, whole new person, and be able to rock on in here. And we saw that man do that. Because one thing remained consistent: the following. When that man got his channel removed, it was within hours he was able to collect the necessary amount of subscribers in order to reestablish his channel as a monetized platform and move on. He had no problem building that. We saw that happen. Hey, Muffy, we saw that happen numerous times. We saw people have 10 channels at best. So we've seen the deviations of how they rebirth themselves. And I came back out and said, damn, I was popping mad shit. Like, we're going to take this mofo out. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But we can't do shit. And I was disappointed by that. I said, there's no legal recourse. Right? The platform belongs to YouTube. They make their own rules. They enforce them how they see fit. And that's just the way things are. That still is the way today operates. It's still the way today operates. Nothing's changed. So this is the second time in a week people have contacted me about putting up a copyright strike on folks for using my content. Now, I got a choice. I can listen to how my content was utilized and then make a determination at that point. Does it harm my brand, or this the YouTube shit? So I have to look at it. When people are not, the first question, does it harm my brands? That's an important question. Everybody has to answer that to themselves on this platform when you are thinking about your brand and how other people are using it. Motherfuckers on here, right? Can y'all read? Can anybody see the t-shirt? Let me make sure the titty's not in the wrong place. You see how you know when motherfuckers are doing stuff when motherfuckers are doing stuff that they know they shouldn't be doing. Consciousness of guilt. So whoever this therapist motherfucker is, right? He spells Mo with an E. Consciousness of guilt. If you wanted me to know you was utilizing my shit, you would have got it all correct. But you intentionally make a E inside that, so there'll be no notification to me directly. You people have no respect of any persons on here. So that's why y'all do the shit y'all do. So what you do in the dark will come to light. I looked at your channel, sir. You're a future psychologist, sociologist, whatever the fuck it is. The key word is a future. It is honest. Well, I'm going to go into why they use the content. And I'm going to hope I make it clear to everybody that's on this side, my thoughts and opinion on the use of the content. Future means you're not there yet. I'm not a therapist. I don't pretend to play one on the YouTube. What I have experienced is a cult-like environment here on the YouTube. And in that cult-like setting, a person told me a couple of months ago, Monica, it's offensive to the people in the community to call them a cult when they're really group thinkers. This is the bullshit that they're doing. They're engaging in group think. So I looked at it from that perspective. And I gave you that breakdown yesterday based on the things I see occurring in my immediate grouping, cluster, the one that the algorithm has me engaged in. Now, I don't know this man. He's definitely not from the cemetery that I can imagine. So at the end of the day, you can try to dissect what I said based on your perspective, but I don't even know who you is. Well, y'all, okay. From your own perspective, what I am not doing over here, I'm not building any group thinkers. I am playing with the cards that were dealt to me. This is a group think environment. Forever, Lisa, AKA, what's that bitch name when she was over here begging me for help? Chosen Queen. Yes, it is rampant all over this YouTube that there is groupthink. The question is, when are you going to become an independent thinker? That's the question. Now, yesterday, some woman was on platforms and all you heard her saying, I'm an independent thinker. I'm an independent thinker. Because nobody in their right mind wants to be a group think person. They want to be considered an independent thinker. And I identified independent thinkers here because they don't go with the flow, with the norm of the group. For example, I'm gonna ask a simple question. Why were the masses from over here, over there, that y'all was even being flagged for high in the clouds? I wanna say high in the clouds to y'all. Y'all should have paid that man no attention. You know why you should have paid him no attention? Because right on his banner, he's saying, I'm trying to get to 1,000. This is how you know I don't have a group behind me. Because if I had a group behind me, we would not give in to that. There's no way we would be giving you a view on me without you at least asking me first, can you use my shit? That's a professional motherfucking courtesy, bitches, that y'all should learn to engage in. Guess what would happen if you came out and say, yo, no, you made some talking points yesterday that I disagree with. Can I use your video? I plan on using your video. Blah, 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 blah. I have more respect for a motherfucker that came at me that way than just go ahead and do some shit. You're stealing. You motherfuckers are thieves in the day, night, whatever. And YouTube is allowing you, and these social platforms are allowing you to steal, kill, and destroy. You're stealing other people's content because you ain't got no fucking content. If you wanted to make something out of groupthink, you needed to use me. You are a future therapist. You could have made that on your own. What people are you fucking helping in your small group now? You must be able to come up with your content. There are a litany of topics that anyone can discuss here to make topics. You don't have to pop up, put my video up in your shit and superimpose yourself on my shit to speak your shit. But you know, that's what folks do around here. That's what gives them a hard on. I can't stop it. I did not even take the time to look at it from a perspective, because y'all know I try to be fair and balanced with everything I do, from a perspective of saying, did he make any points that I can learn from? I can't get to the part of that right now because I am upset that I was disrespected on that level. I like to consider myself to be a business bitch. What they call themselves, boss bitch. I consider myself to be a boss. Why would you not request the permission? Even though copyright, y'all guys keep citing as copyright allows you to use shit, blah, 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 blah. They're lurking now trying to steal personalities and whatever talents they lack. Well, we see that every day. We understand that that is the possibility. When people use your likeness for their own, you will seldom see me. I don't really recall me using anybody else's content on here that I was not a part of creating. So sometimes I might replay something that I was a part of because I cannot fucking believe that some of this shit happens. But I'm very conscious of utilizing somebody else to make me famous. And that's about that. Hey, Carla, somebody else came here. Did I say hey to Glib and Sam Francis? Can't get to 1K if you can't talk, just my opinion. They lurking now trying to steal. Okay. Good morning, Momo. Carla says hi to everyone. Sometimes, Glib, I don't be in the mood to play though. Because this is serious to me, your intellectual property around here. No copyright infringement always works when I strike, and I'm not removing nothing, not a one. I understand that. I understand that, and I know that you have been successful, Beach, in putting in copyrights. I've seen some copyrights go wither here and there on this channel. Everything is not for fun and games up here, though. To make that statement glib, you making me look at you sideways right now. I'm looking at you like this. Yeah, I did the face or whatever. All I could say, you know, when I looked at the video was, damn, Monica, you look good, bitch. Bitch, you great. That's all I could say. You know, that's all I could say. Because I was like, there's no mistake. Like the Mo Justice thing just fucking pissed me off because the fucking E in the Mo Justice. When the goddamn shirt I'm wearing clearly is branded. So to me, it's a clear disrespect. Now, I was going to write the person with an email and be like, you know, you disrespected the use of my property, but I really can't say that because I didn't watch it. So that means I have to lend a view to this bullshit of somebody who's going to be a future therapist, who's taking a lay person's account of her experience on the internet, dealing with group think tanks around here, because some of these cases, some of these places, I don't want to punch people glib. I didn't come on the internet to be violent against people. I didn't come on the internet to argue with people on a personal level, like you, like, fuck you, bitch, whatever. I did come on the internet to have arguments. It's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. But on the real to real, the content that I spoke on yesterday about group thinking and cult-like environment, the only thing I can rationalize at this point without having seen the video is that people are upset that I'm pointing out the cult-like environment. And they're trying to deflect from what's already here. The worst thing you can have on here is a bunch of independent thinkers. We should be encouraging it, but it's an environment that needs this toxicity to exist. Remember the Forbes article about a whole generation being reprogrammed? What do you think that's about? I have no intentions of reprogramming anybody here because I don't want a following. I'm not building I'm not trying to find interpersonal relationships here. I'm just trying to do my YouTube thing. It had become personal for many, but I have weaned that back, right? So that it would be a more professional experience for all of us, because you don't personally know your YouTube influencer, for instance. You don't personally know them. Now you might know your Facebook influencer because you have to request to be that person's friend. Here on the YouTube, you don't have to request to be somebody's friend. They just let you be somebody's friend. The environment is a toxic cesspool of hate and stupidity, where the loudest and most obnoxious one wins, and enlightened insight is overwhelmed by emotional sarcasm and toxicity. So if yesterday's commentary that I made prompted somebody, a future therapist, to comment on it, and they are under the umbrella of a group that talks about toxic masculinity, I can't point you in a better direction to say that my enlightened insight was trying. So the topic I discussed yesterday is the part that was enlightened insight, that was to be overwhelmed by putting a new face on it, somebody else trying to reach 1,000. So emotionally, he needs mo to get to 1,000. Who's old girl? I'm sorry to put you on the line like that, Darren, but you said, I didn't know you and old girl had beef like that. So I don't know who old girl is. Because I wasn't talking about a girl right now. I was talking about my content and its messaging yesterday, and me thinking that it was enlightened, insight that has now been overwhelmed by emotional sarcasm and toxicity. Okay. So Darren, it depends on how you define beef. Because at one time in life, some people required my assistance to get somewhere, and they got it. And then after some point, when they got the assistance, they didn't want other people to know that they were communicating with me behind the scenes. And one of their own people outed them. And because there is fear in that group that they're a part of. So just imagine, I was talking about groupthink yesterday and talking about people belonging to a cult-like environment, that of the Joker and his wife over there, right? That's a cult-like environment. If you look in that man's chat, the therapist, in his chat, you see the Joker is all up in there and all the people that are afraid to get away from them. But they can't really get away from them because there's no place to go, because the people that are in another group don't want to fuck with them no more. Like, we understand what problems they've caused. So at the end of the day, the therapist is over there, the future therapist is over there with a group of people that put up people's life stories that they made up about people on their wall. And how is the future therapist handling those situations? Do you find that fucking normal? Are you counseling those motherfuckers on their activities and how they engage and how they are assaulting people on here, harassing people? So this is like, you know how you have like an attorney that's to the criminals, and you know that you got the criminals that are working, that you're working for, and you're doing it? It's not that you interjected the story, is that it is one and the same. It is all about the same thing. It's all about the same community over there. It is created, so that group think over there is created around fear, and the people remain in that group think setting because they are fearful to leave, because they don't want to be highlighted on a community wall. They don't want, you can't, once you've sold your soul in essence to the devil. It's like, what did I used to say about that bitch? I said that the devil wears Memphis. Chattanooga, Tennessee is actually how I said it. The devil wears Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's where that bitch comes from. That's what that stuff is. But that's the main group group that they're all feeding into. And it's got some, and even the future therapist He wants to be a spiritual therapist and all this other stuff, right? I don't know what spirits they're trying to conjure together and nurture and grow, but they're evil, right? And in their development and in what we've seen out here is very evil. Very demonic, to be quite honest. It's interesting how they've done wordplay around the word demonic. It's easy, it's even for me, reflecting on the usage of the word demonic, how they've used it over there, just makes me believe that what I stand for is something that they're truly threatened by. And it has nothing to do with, well, it does have to do with spiritual warfare, because my spirit is on a track to do the right thing. Their spirit is on a track to still kill and destroy anything that's inside that comes immediately close to them. Crazy environment. But no, Darren, and where are all these folks' credentials of some sort? I just went to the person's about page, and on the about page, he said he's a future. Y'all know what? I mean, fuck, I hate you people here, because you always gotta goddamn go to the, you gotta take a screenshot of everything to keep it. It says the official urban therapist is a future sociologist, mental and spiritual therapist who discusses about various social issues such as politics, religion, relationships, race, and gender. And the topic that I had yesterday was, so to make his point, he wanted to speak on I can't. That's about it. I don't really got nothing else to say. I feel like sometimes I disappoint folks here because I have to look at I have to look at situations and say, what can I actually do when this occurs? And there's no I don't know. I looked at homie. They also have licensed autism people around this thing. You know what's so funny? When I saw the name Beach, right? Because at first I was like, because it said the, and then it's official is in parentheses. And I was thinking about our the official, you know, he was official, but it was just like, and all I'm going to tell people, if you are getting YouTube therapy, because obviously you're not, because y'all engaging in criminology type shit over there. And now y'all got therapists in on it, with y'all, future therapists in on it. Y'all really need to switch your mind. Y'all really need to switch your trajectory on shit. But I'm not studying people and how people move. And, you know, when I went to school, as far as I got was with these ids and the super ego and stuff like that. I'm not, you know, so I don't have any foundation in this stuff. I'm only speaking on the shit that has happened to me. And that seems abnormal at best. And I'm only giving it my perspective based on how it made me feel. You understand? So it is what it is. Um, I don't take back anything I said yesterday because at the end of the day, that's the environment I find my channel in. And this theft of services that is going on around here, stealing my services without my permission, like this is all the shit that just goes on around here. There is such a claim as theft of services. Now I'm gonna help some people begin the processes of filing civil rights violations on this YouTube platform. Because that's where I'm at next. That's the next phases of this bullshit. And I am going to reach out, and I'm gonna make sure that I go live when I'm in front of the senator's office, the one that comes from New York, that I think I can sit down and explain this nuance of YouTube to, that will be able to carry the water up on Capitol Hill about the issues of harassment that are going on right here. Because all of this is a level of harassment. Doing that shit is a level of harassment. What he did is a level of harassment, opposed to commenting on folks' behavior towards other people. That's just crazy. But trying to build a cult around here and being predators and preying on people when you have a whole community that they're about to start, it's open season on getting people's monies. It's crazy. They have all the alleged help, but they don't seek it. Well, they have the availability, the resources are available to most of these people because they have medical coverage. I don't care whose medical coverage they have the ability to seek behavioral health support and management. You have the ability to do this through your insurance, through your medical insurance. You need to schedule those appointments because more people need that. Hey, Tip for Tat. So it's just crazy. I see you must I'm just about to fuck with Tit for Tat. You're not falling out of the tree house anymore. Somebody has welcomed you to the VIP section or something. It's just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm gonna end on this note. If you are a Monica Mo Justice subscriber, right? And you follow Monica Mo Justice, right? You would understand my journey because you've been on a journey with me. People will come in the pathway. People will come on, will join in on the journey just to be distractions, STDs, socially transmitted distractions. This based on the misspelling of my name, based on the usage of material without any consent or any courtesy of even thinking to get consent, is all intended to be a socially transmitted distraction, an STD. I guess I'll get next. We'll have a future medical physician come here and tell me that STD doesn't stand for socially transmitted distraction. But you will find these social transmitted distractions will come upon you when you are speaking truth to the group. When you are speaking truth on a matter at hand. So that's about it. Um, well, we had a nice tree house here on Mo knows because I don't be going into other people's community. Hey, Satsuma. So I try to keep a low profile on things. Um, but the shit is crazy around here. Good morning, Cooking with Steel. I'm about to I love the Mo Justice acronym for STD. It's very fitting. It's I have pointed out in the I have a lot of acronyms for stuff. I have a lot of self. Yo, my girl Cassie, she's a self-diagnosed luxury addict, right? On the YouTube, right? So I have a lot of self terminology for the experience that I'm having on the YouTube, for my journey. Good morning, Heidi. On my journey. And I'm not expecting everybody to understand what has happened here, which is why I kind of give the hashtag background before I speak. But you've got to be ready for people to chop that shit up to fit their narratives. So you know what they say about being a star, being a celebrity. When you're a celebrity, right? They're talking about you. So as long as people are talking about me, I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. Because when they're not talking about you, that's when you ain't the shit. But I am disappointed that you guys were just over there and numbers. If you look at this therapist, right, his channel has 40 views here, 20 views there, 2 views there, like it's anywhere below 100. You motherfuckers showed up, showed out. He's rocking about 300 views or 200 views. Y'all don't stop. Y'all don't stop. Like y'all can't stop. Y'all can't stop. Y'all can't stop. Yeah, I can't. STD is probably a registered trademark. Let me see if it is. It has to be. Look, I ain't got money to be registering, trademarking a whole bunch of shit around here. This dude even got a plastic looking face. That's so unfair of me because I didn't even hear the commentary. I'm judging based on thievery. I'm judging just based on, well, I mean, like, because I'm into skincare, so all of that shiny fucking face shit. You know what else is, it's disgusting? Like, you made me your thumbnail with you as if you and I were talking about a conversation together. Like, how do you do a split screen with your content? So this is probably number 3 for me. How do you do a thumbnail split screen as if you and I was having a conversation? What the fuck is that about? I'm just like, what is that about? That's weird. That's really weird. That's really weird. Really fucking weird. Really weird. Really weird. Weird, like creepy. It's weirdo shit. It's what weirdos do. I'm just looking at it, it's just like weird. And then like his head is like sitting there. Motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? That's just crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, this is Mo. And I've got to. Oh, I know what I was gonna look like. It's too many weirdos on here. Yeah, it's weird shit. It's just weird shit. Weird shit. But this is what they do when they trying to steal your intellectual property. And they pop up and superimpose your shit on them. It's just crazy. If you're holding a grudge against me, you're the one in pain. I'm not thinking about you. I'm the definition of happy. Fine ass grandma. Go figure. I'm just going through my timeline of videos. Cause I'm just like, maybe that was an oversight with the name, but I think everything was done intentionally because there was no good nature behind it. Momo, can we see the LV plan again one more time? Yeah, we can, because we can make people mad in the morning. But I want to show y'all something else before I do that, right? So I went to this other, and I think I probably showed this already. But yesterday, because I was writing inside my what's the name of this? My Stylogy is my notebook, right? Stylogy is my notebook. So I went to cover it in my this is a Sojourner cover. So Sojourner USA. So I love this one. This is an embossed brown chocolate is what it's called. So I think my journal covers for 2022 are amazing. So I'm just trying to make sure I have the right one. So I put the notebook in here, but next year this is going to be my YouTube planner. All right. Then, as y'all know, look, I'm such a mess. I got my why do you do this, Carla? Because every time I pick her up, I just see like I'm so in love with her. I got my LV. I just got my LV plan. I just love her. I just love her. Oh, thanks for making me feel good in the morning. So this is my personal family life planner, right? So I have a YouTube planner. I have and it's interesting because my YouTube planner, I'm going to need a notebook because there's not enough room to write. I mean, it's enough room to write. I guess it's not enough room to journal in it, like I journal and take the notes that I take in it. So that's two. Right, and all of these planners, right, are over $100. Did I show y'all? I didn't show y'all my new one for I love I love my planner too. Like I love her. I just love her. I just love her. And this is so crazy because I'm not even using her for I'm not even using her for work. I'm using her for my personal. Like it's just like she's my personal. So it's like she could get so much play at the office, but she belongs here with me. Okay. Anyway, that's that moment of bullshit that just stands out. But so I got two other planners. LV is what I want. I want the whole shebang to purse, wallet, keychain. Let's see who loves me for Christmas. Oh, let me tell you something. Y'all can't tell a bitch. Y'all can't. Let me tell y'all. When I went to the Louis counter, and I was like, You know why you need one of these? Because your keys will fuck up your bag. And we noticed because they messed up my Longchamp bag because I didn't have my keys and a key clack. These are called small leather goods. Why y'all got me doing this? Oh, Miss Tawana, I don't know what this dude right here is fucking amazing. This is called a retro verso. Oh God, lady, you got. Let me tell you why you got to get this one. First of all, it has 3 card slots and that front one, right? So I just put my driver's license in there. There's not you can see from here, right? It's just like, yo, so everything's right here that I need if I need to go for a run. And then what makes this guy so beautiful is that it's got the zipper. And I just decided this morning, I'm going to pull back out my Gucci key clay. And I'm going to use my Gucci key clay now because I retired my Gucci key clay, the one that I bought earlier this year. I retired it for this dude right here. I've been wanting this dude. This is another thing I wanted. This is another thing I wanted. And it was not available online. So I've been looking on the website because I was just gonna buy it from the website, whatever, charge it off, whatever. But what ended up happening when I was in the store, and I'm one of those people, I don't want to go in the Louis store if I'm not gonna buy what I want. So I have to have a mindset when I'm walking in there. Okay, Monica, today's visit is to try out a size. Today's visit is to see the difference between 2 bags. Make sure you tell the person, I am not purchasing anything today. I'm here to look at, compare, and contrast. I want them to have an expectation that I'm not going to fucking spend my money. So the day I went in and I got this, I was actually looking for the man's Braza wallet, right? Because I wanted to put, y'all know what it is. I wanted to put my finance book inside it. But before I go to my finance book, right? This guy right here got the zipper. The keys could go in here if you want to. I just keep my dollar bills up in here. You know, we running kind of low on regular cash. Actually, that reminds me. Let me take these dollar bills out of here. I keep the dollar bills in the Gucci. But so I gotta figure that out. But you can put your money in there. You got this slot right here that you can put anything in, receipts, you know, you could just stuff them when. So what I find myself doing when I use my credit card and then they give it back to me and I got the receipt, I just stuff it in here for now. And then this front one is a little coin purse, but I don't know what fucking coins you could get in here. That's why I'm gonna use my thing. But if you have business cards or additional credit cards that you need to take, like you're running to the store and you know that you're going into the mall and you're probably gonna see Victoria's Secrets or whatever, I would put those little babies right up in here. My Ulta card or something, I would put them in either this part or this part because I'm gonna use them for that day and put them back in my wallet. This is the only disappointing thing because I had to buy a keychain, but I saw that they have. So I'm gonna go back to the Louis store when the next time I get paid next week and see if I can purchase one of their Louis Vuitton keychains, just the circle thing. And that's it. So this tool right here can go everywhere you go on the run. Everything's in there. Now, if you want to, you can actually put your house keys on it, but it defeats the purpose. And this other key I have here is the gate key. So that's why it's there, but I'm going to move it into a gate spot. Now, before I show y'all the other thing, there's always the Gucci. This is yo. I love my Gucci wallet because now Louis got wallets. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't want one of those, but sorry, baby. I'm gonna stick with my Gucci because she's everything to me. Look, I'm a whole hot bitch. I got to. So this is crazy how this mask shit is going down these days. Look at me. Y'all so wrong. Y'all got me doing extra. But like all of my credit cards are right here. And I love the way that's laid out because when you open your wallet, you need to see your credit cards. You just need to see them. And they're all there. They're all there. And what makes this so sleek, with the exception of, I think that's probably Ulta, right? Credit cards should be black. That's my American Express. But credit cards should be black. I need black credit cards because they just look so sexy up inside here. But as usual, you know, I got the emergency cash funds. They still looking good. This casino cash. It's still looking hefty. T is killing me because whenever T wants something, I go into the emergency cash fund for her. I just be like, what is you want? Okay. And whatever. We went to the UGG store a couple of days ago. Because I needed a pair of black. Oh, did I show y'all my black Uggs? Bitch. Where's my Uggs at? Let me go upstairs and get the Uggs. I got new Uggs, girl. I went to the thing, got some Uggs. So then you know you got your wallet. So this way I keep my dollars because these dollars become the tips. When I go get my hair done, my nails done, whatever gets done, this is how I accumulate tip money. And I keep the tip money inside one section of the wallet. Also, it becomes visit money. When I go visit my son, I always just take the stack of ones with me. Some of y'all who, you know, frequent some kind of clubs, y'all probably take it. Dollar bills with y'all. Anyway, I feel like I did this. So it has this little zipper thing here. I'm only doing this because people seem to be mad because I bought some real Gucci and I didn't buy it with my stimulus money that I still ain't got yet. All right. Okay. So that's about it. And I just have my my hair salon card. Because when you go to the hair salon, you collect points for every time you go there. So you get some money off if you swipe enough. So I love this. Anyway, anywho, I got another planner cover. I think I did. So I put everything back in the box for next. Now I'm gonna tell you, y'all know what my next big shopping thing is gonna be. So next year I'm gonna have a diary, and this is in a cheek sparrow, and that just smells good. It's leather. And what did I put up? Because I was gonna use this for my YouTube channel. That was my goal at the beginning of the year. Well, whenever I bought this, but I'm thinking it's too small for the YouTube for next year. Just because of writing space. But I might concede to it. I don't know. They do hair weaves, but so in the years that I've been going there, I've watched the technicians grow with between doing box braids across the back to attach the thing to now they really cornrow a row in. So they do that. Shout out to Reactions. This is my new financial. So the one that I have this year is in this case, but I wasn't liking the way this case was coming up against my Louis C. So I was like, I need something just a little more lighter inside the bag. So I got this. This is made out of some kind of, it's not really a suede material. I don't know how to describe this to you, but this too comes from Cheek Sparrow. And all of these planner covers are over $100. They're leather. They're not the vegan. I'm tired of that vegan leather. I did that last year. I got some things that are vegan leather. I don't like the way they played themselves out. So I'm just keeping next year's calendars stored in the box for now. So everything has a cover. If there's any other cover I need to get, I'll just use my my file of facts from this year. And that's it. Unless I go back to things. So I'm liking this. I might go back to this company and get another cover, but I'm not sure because I need to write something to write and needs a cover, but that's it. I'm considering a man weave. Is that still a thing? I don't know. You got to ask Young Jock about that. Steve Madden. Now, I heard this said yesterday on the platform I was on, when somebody was critiquing the Coach bags and said Coach bags are not luxury purchases. Apparently, folks around here haven't been to the channels on a YouTube dedicated to luxury purchases. Guess what those women have in their collections? They all have Coach. What they don't have is Michael Kors. I'm just being honest. I have looked at many channels, the ones that have LV, Louis Vuittons, the ones that have the Chanel bags, the ones that have the Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Yves Saint Laurent, Tory Burch. Who else do they have? But they never show us their Michael Kors collection. I'm just saying. So when I bought down my bags that day on the live, I showed y'all Coach as it compares to Michael Kors, because that was the discussion at the time. But I want y'all to know something about Coach, because Coach is a New York-based luxury bag. Yeah, they have Prada on those channels, right? But they don't. So in their collections, when they're showing us their collections, oh, they do somebody Bottega, Bottega, whatever. I want one of his big ass bags, but I don't need a big ass bag right now. Bottega, Veneta, Bottega. Maybe it's Veneta, Bottega. I gotta see the words. But at the end of the day, they do not show you a Michael Kors bag. So I came up here and said, I'm going to show you my collections of bags that I believe are high-end bags that are equivalent in price to Michael Kors. And I said, I don't have a Michael Kors that I personally bought, but I do have a Michael Kors that a man gave me that I have not worn because it's suspect. Yeah, Bottega, no, hold up. Because let me see. I got to say the name right. I know it has a Veneta in it. So it's Bottega Veneta. Them motherfuckers are hot, okay? When I go up to, and still you'll be familiar with this area, when we go up to Woodbury Common, Balenciaga. Yes, these are the bags that the people have on their channels. These are their high-end. They never show a Michael Kors bag. And I said that in my season 1 when somebody told me their Michael Kors bag was better than a Gucci. I was up here like, what? Who looks like that? But I do know if you go further down south, Dooney Burke, and some of those bag lines get more airplay because they're more church-friendly bags. Let me say this shit again, right? A church-friendly bag. And the reason why is because they can take their freaking Bible that they be going in one door talking about the Lord and coming out another door talking about they gonna hit somebody with their good Bible, fits inside that bag. Those are church going bags. They all have the little, like you gotta ask yourself, there's a bag for all seasons and a bag for all reasons. So you're not going to persuade those women that they need to have a neverfull to go to church. You don't need a neverfull. You need a neverfull to go to take your child to the soccer practice or something. You know, that's what you're like. A bag has a reason. So anywho, these people, just crazy. My sis was modeled and she loves her height. Okay, yes, that's the brand. This one now I'm gonna type how it sounds like it's a Balenciaga. Well, Balenciaga is another brand itself. If any of y'all been to the airport, these will be those duty-free shops that are all around. Okay, but Michael Kors, so that was my thing, was that Michael Kors is a high-end bag based on its price. And I felt like the Coach collection that I have matches it. And I also told you, like I said, listen, when I had the fire and I went to work my first week going back to work, my co-workers gave me their bags off their backs, and they were Coach bags. That's what we was wearing to work. That was our work bag, right? You wear your Coach bag. You got to be on the fucking subway and shit. You think you want to be wearing a Louis Vuitton and a motherfucker snatch your bag and be gone? You be running behind them on the subway and shit. No, that don't work like that. So we have our high-end bag, the Coach, is the most popular, and it was the most popular. And Michael Kors has a lot of play around here, right along with Calvin Klein. I was just thinking about another brand that popped up in my head. Bags you can find at Macy's on that other side, because there's two sides, right? So I'm gonna say that there are, I just said they were high-end bags. I didn't want to diss nobody, say it wasn't. But I did not in that video show you an inch of a Louis in that video. I left my Louis and my Gucci's out of the frame. You understand? Because I could have easily bought you my Gucci. I didn't. I left it out of the frame. And the reason why I left it out of the frame is because what y'all say? The other bags couldn't compete because they can't compare. So why would I do that? Right? But I never been on this YouTube and told you folks that I got my tax refund or my stimulus check and I went shopping $1,700 worth, and that I bought a Gucci, and that I will come here and show you my Gucci and then turn flat on the Gucci. I never came here and said I bought my husband, fiance, whatever the fuck, sweatsuit and all this other shit. I never came up here and went through a shopping list of telling you about the things I got and then didn't show it. Never did that. Never did that. But people do that on here, to each his own. Oh boy. UGG store. So I went to UGG because T was wearing her work shoes, and I wanted to go to the supermarket that day, and I picked her up from work, and she had on her work shoes, and she was like, so I'm supposed to walk up and down the supermarket with these work shoes on. So I had to stop at UGG to get her a pair of loafers to walk around. And then I got me a pair too. So these are the ones I got me. Hers are so cute. Mine are just average. Look at them. They got, oh, it's that UGG on it. Ooh. So I did not have a pair of black. So I got me a black pair. So I paid cash for that because I just wanted to pay cash for it. But you know, you can go to UGGs and they have the Afterpay or somebody's pay. You can get it broken down in payments and installments. But I also got T. So return on your investment, right? 2000 after the fire was 2017. 2014. So that winter, 2014, I got T a pair of Uggs. I don't know what the hell the name of them are, but they're like Adirondacks. Those motherfuckers went through 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. She did 7 seasons of winter in those boots. And those boots cost me $250. And I was breaking when I bought the fucking Uggs. I was like, fucking $250. Well, when you look at 7 seasons, right? Because imagine you're only wearing it from like probably December or January. They turn out to be $35 a year. So this year in the summer, I bought her a new pair of the Adirondacks, whatever the fuck they are called. They were still $250. But I should have got myself a pair because I know that if she had hers for 7 years, I'll have mine so death do me part. Because they last. Now my Uggs, I'm wearing my Uggs right now. I love Uggs. I just wear Uggs with everything. I love my Uggs. Now I'm gonna tell you bitches something because I don't know if y'all know this. Uggs are to be worn without socks. Oh my God, cooking. Do I have a pair of, I got them from Macy's though. I got a pair of Uggs rainbows from Macy's. I might have got those when I started this job here. So like in 2000, ever since I've been on this YouTube, I bought them in 2018. So like the January 28th, I bought them when it was fucking raining. I was at work and it started raining and I was like, I need me some rain boots. I ran across to Macy's and got me a pair of rain boots, the Uggs. I did not get the tall ones. I got the 3/4 ones. Those babies are booming. Because all the other times I've always had the high ones by Hunter or some other fucking kind of rain boot, whatever. Man. Shut the back door. You can't have a pair. Oh my God. You don't know nothing about no Uggs until you know that. But in order to wear these things, you need those little half socks that I showed you. Those are the bomb, but you got to get the ones that really cover the whole front toe. I thought I had some down here because I'm always buying new ones of those to wear because they stretch out fast. But they come like 6 in a pair for like $10. But those are good. Those are what you need to wear with these Uggs. Yeah. So I think all my shoes, like winter wear, weather wear, are Uggs. I used to wear Uggs without socks. Now I do wear footsies. Yeah, you need the footsies with them. We're getting older. You need footsies with them. You need to wear the footsies with them. But they tell you that they are to be worn without socks. So when you go try them on in the store, if you are half size, don't go up. I'm gonna tell you. So if your shoe size is 8.5 or 9.5, get the 8s for 8.5. Get the 9s for 9.5, because they will stretch and your ass will be mad. Because my favorite Uggs of all time are the crocheted fucking black, brown and black ones, beige and black ones. I had them before the fire, and when the fire happened, I mean, oh man, they could keep the motherfucking hunters. Those hunters, I don't know what that happened with the hunters. But wait a second. Let me just. Whoop, 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 whoop. So my crocheted Uggs, and I'll show them to you because I need to take them to the dry cleaner so they could clean them for me another year. I wear those bitches religiously, but I need to put 2 socks on them because when we had the fire, I already had owned them about 2 or 3 years. So they were kind of out of stock. So I had to find them online. And I found some online, but I had to get them in a 10. I'm nowhere near a motherfucking 10. Yeah, I wanted them that bad. I got them in a 10. It is ridiculous, but that's what I did. So I need to wear tube socks with them. Sometimes, you know what socks I wear now? You know how they have those knitted socks that you wear around the house? I'll be putting those bitches on inside of them because I mean to wear those. Those are fly. People be like, oh, look at her with those. Like, yeah, I'm jiggy. And to think I've been telling Kiara that she needs to wear socks for her Uggs. No, but she could wear the little footsies where it just puts your front of your toe and back on there because you're stretching them out. So if you need to stretch them out, wear the socks. If you don't need to stretch them out, don't wear the socks. They are built. Your Uggs have that fur inside of it. They're going to keep your feet warm. I wear them all winter fucking long. They keep your feet warm. So the worst thing you want to do is to be really wearing a thick pair of socks with them, and then you cause your feet to sweat inside of them because of the fur that's in the inside of them. If her feet sweat, Carla, she does need something for longevity, or she will be throwing those stank things out. So you see, me and Miss Tawana, we on the same page. But if you've started wearing the socks and you sweat inside of them, they will cause stinky feet. And besides, you'll see, because the feet will be clammy. And when you take them off and you go to take a shower, you'll just see your feet will feel funny. Because they've been sweating all day inside of them. That's why men's feet be stinking. Satsuma, right? My daughter kept asking for them years ago. I got them. She wore once. Oh, let me tell you about them fucking hunters. Something in the back on the heel of the hunter is ridiculous. It's like you can feel the grid on your foot as you're standing on them, and they suction cup to your calves. So if you got calves, leave them motherfuckers alone, because you'll be sitting here like trying to do all of this to get the motherfuckers off. You'll be so annoyed. Those hunters, I was like, I couldn't wait. One of my girlfriends, she came to visit me and it was fucking raining, and she was like, oh, I was like, girl, you can have my hunters. She was like, Mo giving away some of her expensive shit. You can have them. Man, she got home. She was like, bitch, you know the back of these. I was like, girl, you ain't never lied. But you can keep them. You can keep them. I don't know what kind of socks you need to wear with those. Those motherfuckers hurt your feet. I don't give a fuck. You got to be careful when somebody's willing to give you their high-end shit with no questions asked, like, because you know damn well if it's raining outside, you can easily give your friend a plastic bag to cover their shoes with. Let me go get you some plastic. But yeah, let me go upstairs and get the shower caps. You can put them Yo, those things. I could talk about spinning some shit. But now I've had my rain boots since 2018, right? So 19, 20, 21. We could probably go another couple of 3 seasons with them. So if I spent about $100 at them at because it probably was more because it was at Macy's, but whatever the return is, I've had them for 3 years. I only need to wear them if it rains. And I remember to wear them before I get outside in the rain. Every year since middle school, Uggs have been on her shoe list. Uggs and Vans and Jordans. I get her to wear any kind of girly heels only. So my T, when she was little, and she was not like you needed a pair of sneakers for gym. When what's that dude's name? Run DMC's daughters came out with that pastry line. We was pastry down. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was so happy she was into a sneaker because I was so tired of going to fucking Skechers. But do you know, today my child still gets Skechers. She got, for the first time this year, a pair of, and this is by choice because she's a little bit different with her. She's expressive differently with how she looks and how she dresses and stuff. She got a pair of LeBrons when they had the movie that came out recently. Girl, you can't tell me nothing. I'd be like, oh, I got an around the way girl right now. This girl is rocking her LeBrons. You can't tell me nothing. So I know that in a couple more months, she's probably going to add, yes. Run DMC's daughters, that I love them. I definitely should have had stock in that shit because I was up in there buying every line that came out, every color that came out. And I think T appreciated because, I'm not even gonna be funny with y'all. When I went to the Skechers store with her to get sneakers, I was been like, bitch, this what you want? I used to be so annoyed with her. I'd be like, really? We gotta go back in the hood with you wearing these. Like, do you know what that looks like, little girl? Man, listen. No, that my daughter preferred the Skechers, and she was like, I only need to wear them to go to gym. Cause she wore like all the weird shit, boots that go up to like the kneecaps with all of these hooks and whistles and stuff, and chains hanging down from them and shit. I'd be like, you can hear her coming a mile away because she was more gothic, I guess you call it. Like she was just more like, it was just like, so I had to get used to it, and that's it. So, I stood online at Nike in Manhattan all the time getting a bracelet to get my son sneakers. Moon glow looking shit, green glow shit, fucking moon walking all the time. So yeah, I remember fucking almost like sleeping outside trying to catch a new pair of sneakers that came out for him. Yeah, I come back to the hood, they be like, what you doing walking through here? So I was out there getting the sneakers. I had to stand online. I had to fucking stand on line outside the fucking Nike store to get him some fucking sneakers. My friends, they be like, oh, those motherfuckers just would have sold out and my kid wouldn't have had a pair. I was like, I asked for good grades. I asked him not to behave bad in school. He did it for 2 weeks. I had to buy him the sneakers. I have to keep my promises. Hey, Boogie. It's just like, you just be like, I was that mom. I was that down ass mom. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. And still to this day, like I bought this computer, it bothers me because I did not get T a computer first. So opening statements are starting in the trial of Ahmaud Arbery. Y'all want to take a 4-minute glance at that? What is your predictions? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, God blessed me with 2 kids. That's what he blessed me with, 2 kids. And he blessed me with the ability to really provide for them because I've always been provided for. And I didn't neglect them any step of the way. You'll never hear them make a YouTube story line up here talking about we couldn't get, the other kids had Jordans and we couldn't get them. You'll never hear my kids come up here and as they retelling their childhood, say there was days they could not eat because I didn't have food inside the house, or they couldn't have snacks and goodies because I didn't provide for them. You'll never hear them saying that their basic necessities were not provided for: food, clothing, shelter. So they had that. More importantly, they had my love. And they know it. Because a lot of parents give all that materialistic shit. They might have food. They'll definitely have, because I remember true story about big time drug dealers. I don't know if I told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it now again, but I think I've told it before. One day, Cheek went to help move a big time drug dealer out of his house, right? In the middle of the daytime, they went to move out, right? So the girlfriend, she was either at work or she had went shopping. But wherever she was not in the crib. Cheek was like, yo, I'm going to help, blah, blah, go move out. He's leaving his girl, blah, 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 blah. That morning, right? He was like, so he was so happy to go help this nigga bust out of hell, right? And I guess he was saying to himself, like, this is a big man's move. This bitch think everything's cool. He's moving it. So I'm like sitting up here and I'm saying to myself, this shit right here sounds really scathing. I was like, God damn. So you just like, y'all niggas just plan to move out on bitches in the middle of the day and shit like that. Anywho, he came home that evening. Sat down, making all this noise, touching the furniture, doing all this shit, right? I was like, what's the matter with you? He's like, how'd it go with the move? He was like, Monica, I was moving fucking clothes. This nigga had boxes, buckets, right? Buckets of fucking. He said, do you know this is the biggest motherfucking dealer over? This nigga was sleeping on the floor, on a mattress on the floor. He said, I don't even think it was on a crate. I think it was on cinder blocks. I was like, he said, they had a curtain hung between, separating spaces. But these are motherfuckers that stand outside, dipped from head to toe and shit. They come outside, they fly, hands, they laced, shining, sparkling, grills, and you name it, these motherfuckers got it. But their house, he said they didn't have no. He's like, yo, we got dining room table, couch. They had televisions. They had like the big shit like that. He was like, but it was just moving, those whatever you call it, those sterilite containers and shit. He's like, these motherfuckers ain't had no furniture. Like he was like, and he said, the dude said to me, I'm gonna leave it with the furniture. He said to me, he left her with the mattress on cinder block. She was like, oh, I ain't never. I was like, he was like, shit. We live in large up in this motherfucker right here. These are the niggas that got all the cheddar. And they ain't doing better. I was just like, I was sitting there, I was like, oh, fuck. That's about it. That's crazy. That was just crazy. So you got to be careful because you will see a lot of people dressed to perfection, but they ain't got shit else around them. Like all their priorities, like they're sleeping on floors, got, all kinds. So the bottom line is what I'm saying is that you have to have a balance between your luxury items and your necessities. Your wants and your needs got to connect in some kind of way. So his house is his wreck shack. Yo, that shit was just crazy. Like he was like, all these years I know this nigga, we ain't never been in his house. He ain't never, like, he always be like, I'm coming out, I'll be out in a second. Like, so you think like people don't want you in their house because they don't want you to see the shit they got. He was like, yo, they don't want you to see the shit they ain't got. He said, I can't even imagine. This bitch was talking about like she ain't clean up and all this other stuff. He's like, you just got buckets of clothes all over the place. What did you expect? Like, how do you clean that shit up? Like, it is what it is. Anyway, let me go make some money so the money don't make me. This is Mo, and I've got to go. You guys have a good Friday.